Hello everyone, it's Diana from TSW Parababes. I'm here today to say hello and do a little video for you. I wanted to give you some information about Area 51. With this being one of the places that the Parababes are really interested, 3 of the Parababes have already gone to Area 51. And in our intro, you had seen a white, like Suburban or Tahoe, where someone was holding a camera up looking at the Parababes. So it's just interesting how secretive the Air Force has been with this location. It's fitting that I'm actually doing this video at this time because the official date I don't have of the release. However, I have the month and the year. It is August 1955 that this airport, which is officially called by the United States Air Force Homey Airport, and it's Homey. Also, it could be called Groom Lake. So, in its heyday, Area 51, a government worker or official that was at Area 51 wanted to kind of rebrand Area 51, get some government workers to get interested in coming into the middle of the desert where there's nothing and work, so they called it Paradise Ranch. It's pretty interesting that anybody would really want to go and work in the middle of the desert. However, if I was a government worker, I would be interested because I do want to see what's actually going on. Because it was even believed that the landing on the moon was staged at Area 51. So conspiracy theories have gone on for many, many years at this location. So we just want to go over a little bit today, and maybe it'll get us interested all in going out, seeing this location, and maybe we can also find out what's actually going on there. It's known still as an active Air Force Institute. So that's why they're so secretive, because they're saying that's classified or ultra classified. Of course, there's been many manned and unmanned aircraft that have come out. Most notably is U-2, and that is an ultra high altitude aircraft that's a spy plane. And it was tested there at Area 51. Of course, drones and military drones, everything is tested there in secret, classified. So I am interested. I'm interested to see what the U.S. government is willing to release to us, because of course they won't let us, unless you have government, Department of Justice, or any type of high government official position and are stationed there, you're just not going to get on. It's amazing to me, from 1955 to 2013, it remained classified. In 2013, it became a declassified location. So they're willing to say that it existed in 2013. Before then, they were just like, no comment. No comment. We don't want to say anything. There's a gentleman in the 1980s, is when they believe, the late 1980s. He had claimed to work in the area near Area 51. Now, Area 51, they believe, is, and I can't remember the exact number, but it's either 2.9 million acres or it's 1.9 million acres of land that encompass Area 51. So you can only imagine what's being done there. What are they testing? What are they doing that would require that much land and that much secrecy not to release this information? So people are really interested in that. I think it causes like the storming situations. We don't want anybody to go and storm these locations, but it is interesting, and I think that everybody that knows or feels or has intuition that aliens exist, because we are not the only planet in however many universes there are, because there is more than our universe out there. So if there's more and many more universes, then there has to be many more living beings, not exactly like a human, because really and truly, when you go beyond that line of where the space begins and our air begins, you're in outer space. The many conspiracy theories is that Roswell, who's had reported alien ships that crash, and residents near Roswell have given this information because it seems that it is one of the major connected areas that aliens have been known to land as a conspiracy theory. The parts were returned to Area 51. Where is the being or the alien that flew that ship? Are we actually testing the alien and its ship at Area 51? That's a conspiracy theory. Could it be true? Could it not be true? Listen, the American public, the government has always wanted to hold back when it comes to outer space, aliens, and Area 51. I know it's still a current military institution, and they're still open to the Air Force. Edwards Air Force Base is affiliated with Area 51. It's also talked about that time travel and teleportation is being tested at Area 51. I have always been interested in time travel and teleportation. Listen, we've always watched Star Trek, and they teleported constantly from their ship to a planet or someone else's ship. LAZAR in the late 1980s came out, said he was a worker near Area 51. And they came to find out that he did not work at S4, that he was not the person that he stated he was, and he did not do anything remotely close to Area 51. But in telling the Nevada news what was going on and the news airing it, they believed this gentleman. So starts the conspiracy theories. So everybody, I think, from my era, older, even the younger generations are getting interested in it because there's so much secrets, just a lot of secrets about this place. And I want to delve in a little bit more on those secrets. And I think that we can get more information, and we can really, really work on what we can do, how we can work together to just give us little bits more of information. They're not willing to, and I know they won't. It's a government institute still, and with its affiliation with the Air Force. We just aren't going to get that information. It's a shame because I think everybody should know what's going on there. As far as aliens are concerned, I mean, is it so far-fetched that life and other planets don't exist? Because they do exist. We know they do, or we would never be here. Because we are only this much of a whole universe. Could you imagine the parallel universes, as well as you're escaping through a black hole? You don't know where the black hole will end, but it will take you somewhere else. And we've always thought that. It's always been, we are not the only persons in this universe. There's no way. Sure, our minds create Martians and people from Venus and everything. We've always heard those conspiracy theories of Martians, but you know what? Mars has to have beings, and they can exist there. We just travel. We've been reportedly to be able to travel and get close to and have our satellites tell us what's going on. But one day we will get there. It's funny though that we always think, Armstrong landed on the moon. This is his first step is for man, and then mankind is another step. But we don't know. We just saw a ship going up. Television wasn't as open and available to everyone to see everything. Are we actually seeing them? Are we actually seeing space? Or was the moon landing actually done at Area 51? Government really doesn't want to tell us. They want to tell us a story. So I think conspiracy theories start with a belief, and we all play this game called telephone, so sometimes it could be misconstrued in the rounding of it. But I'm going to tell you, something's going on. And if they are testing all of the alien parts that crashed in Roswell and they bring them back to Area 51, but we never hear a report, why don't we ever hear a report? And we know the sightings are from Roswell residents. So if Roswell is reporting this, but Area 51 is not giving us the answers. We all know about extraterrestrial highway and the roads, and it's hard to get there. You just never know what's around Area 51. So we're going to talk about a little bit more of the conspiracies. The government has had meetings or joint undertakings with extraterrestrials, and if you're examining Roswell parts and you're examining extraterrestrials, there's gotta be some truth to this. And we all know, listen, you may have more information for me, and I would love to hear your comments, maybe some conspiracy theories that you've picked up along the way. The development of weather control, global warming, stating that the government actually tries to control the weather in certain areas. Like in California, it's meant to be sunny, so we're going to try and control it so California is sunny quite a bit. Well, that to me was broken this past year because we had so much rain, much more rain than we have experienced since the early 1990s when we had some floods back then. The development of exotic propulsion systems related to the Aurora program. And S4, I mentioned that with that gentleman named Mr. LAZAR. I can't remember his first name, I do apologize. About the S4 locations. It's an 8.5 mile underground facility that facility at Groom or at Papoose Lake, also known as S4. So here's another secret area they throw in to Area 51 because it's supposed to be near there. Oxcart. Now this was interesting when I was initially looking up this information. This is an aircraft that was tested at Area 51. Its fuselage has a very disc-like look to it. So if it's flying high in the air and they're testing it at Area 51, people were feeling that the Oxcart was possibly an alien spaceship. Bruce Burgess directed a documentary in 1996 called Dreamland. What Bob Burgess did is he included an interview that he did with a 71-year-old mechanical engineer. And this mechanical engineer, who claimed to be a former employee at Area 51 during the 1950s. Now he claims that he had worked on flying disc simulators, which had been based on a disc originated from a crashed extraterrestrial craft and was used to train pilots. Claimed to have worked on cloning alien viruses at Area 51. Here comes cloning. Now, all these claims, whether they could be substantiated or not, it bears a little bit of truth in some people's thinking because there's so much secrecy behind Area 51. Then when you're required by law to release and declassify, you only want to declassify that the area exists, not the information that's behind the area. And Area 51 is a big question mark. Big, huge question mark. So, I mean, I know that the Parababes and I included are interested in going to see what's at Area 51. Well, I want to thank you today for coming in, watching the video, checking the TSW Parababes out. Please post in the comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't. If you have, thank you very much. Hit the bell as well, and if you ring that bell, you'll get notified about any videos or live shows that we do. Have a good one. Bye.